47.
A very good evening to you. I hope you've been doing well. Welcome to TV 47 Prime. My name is Wakio Mzenge. Our sign language interpreter is Rhoda Nyamai. Welcome. Let's get started to the news. President William Ruto has signed into law the VAT Amendment Bill 2026, slashing value-added tax on petroleum products from 16% to 8%. The move is expected to offer some relief at the pump and ease the cost of living. Munene John reports.
Your Excellency, this bill follows a dispatch.
The reduction of VAT on petroleum products from 16% to 8% is now legally in effect after President William Ruto assented to the bill at State House, Nairobi, formalizing the government's earlier directive to lower the cost of fuel. The move is expected to see the price of petrol drop by more than 9 shillings per litre, with diesel reducing by over 10 shillings, offering relief to transport costs and the prices of essential goods. The tax adjustment will remain in effect for 90 days, with the government retaining the option to extend the period depending on market conditions. Deputy President Kithure Kindiki says the government is pursuing additional measures to stabilize fuel prices while urging Kenyans not to be incited into street protests, insisting such actions will not resolve the current challenges.
Serikali ya Kenya itafanya vyovyote vile kudhibiti hiyo hali, na mimi nataka wananchi musichochewe na viongozi ambao ni matapeli.
However, the move continues to draw criticism from opposition leaders. DCP party leader Rigathi Gachagua, during his Meet the People tour in Roiro, Kiambu County, faulted the government's approach, arguing that reducing VAT alone is not sufficient. Gachagua is calling for the removal of the 7-shilling fuel levy and the complete scrapping of VAT on petroleum products, warning that failure to lower the prices could trigger nationwide demonstrations.
Kila lita ya mafuta unachukua shilingi 5. Wewe ndio mwenye biashara ya mafuta, ati unajaribu kupunguza ate shilingi 9. Hiyo haitoshi Kasongo. Tunataka wewe uondoe ile shilingi 40 uliongeza kwa bei ya mafuta, ndio mambo iko sawa sawa.
Meanwhile, National Assembly Speaker Moses Wetangula and lawmakers allied to the broad-based government have backed the VAT reduction, saying it will cushion key sectors of the economy from ripple effects of high fuel costs, urging opposition leaders to refrain from politicizing the issue.
Hawa wabunge wangu wote wamepitisha sheria kuteremusha VAT kwa mafuta by 50% ili kusaidia mwananchi. It took them the shortest time possible to relieve the pain and the burden of wananchi.
US President Donald Trump has today announced that the Strait of Hormuz is now officially open and ready for full passage, a significant update that could further influence global oil supply and pricing. Munene John for TV 47.
Meanwhile, the government has turned to the World Bank for urgent financial support as it grapples with the economic impact of the Iran conflict. The central bank governor Kamau Thuge says Kenya is working to prevent disruptions in fuel supply and contain rising costs that could drive inflation. Kenya is among the first emerging economies to publicly confirm a formal appeal, even as other countries also seek support from global lenders. For years, it has been a simple 10-shilling trip from Murang'a town to Mukuyu, but now a short 1.5-kilometer journey costs 15 shillings, sparking anger among residents who say the increase is straining their daily lives. Robert Gakure reports.
Every dawn, residents of Murang'a town set off early for Mukuyu market, a busy trading hub filled with the sounds of commerce and the hope of earning a daily income. However, the short 1.5-kilometer journey has now sparked heated debate following an increase in fare from 10 to 15 shillings. Many residents say the hike is unfair given the short distance and the rising cost of living.
Kitambo walianza na shilingi 5 wakaenda ikakuwa shilingi 10, sasa imekuwa shilingi 15. Kulingana na vile mambo iko, ukijipata labda unafanyia biashara Mukuyu, unaenda town asubuhi, unaona heri uende mguu utembee.
Although tunaona haiwezi ikakuja shilingi 11, 12, 13 kwa kuwa hakuna mashilingi haina kazi. Lakini tunakaa tu kwa gari.
This is not the first time the MTS Matatu company has attempted to raise fares. Previous attempts have been strongly rejected by residents who insist the fare should remain at 10 shillings.
Inatufinya sana juu sisi kama wafanya biashara hapa tunatumia gari mara 4 mara 5 kwa siku. Na vile economy imetufinyilia bado kimfuko hatuna kitu.
Sasa sisi tuliongeza nauli kwa shilingi 5 kwa sababu ya maisha vile imekaa. Tunajali maslahi ya wateja wetu, manake hata wao wana complain hakuna pesa. Mahali wanafanya kazi hawajongezewa mshahara na sisi tumewapandisha bei.
For many commuters, life is already financially strained and they say even a small increase adds pressure to their daily expenses.
Abiria hawasimami, wanasema hawana hiyo 5 bob kwa kuongezea 10. Kwa hivyo bado wanasema walipishwe 10.
The dispute comes amid a broader increase in transport fares across the country, driven by rising fuel prices. Robert Gakure, TV47, Murang'a.
In other news, the National Police Service has raised concern over a rise in coordinated lawlessness across the country, including attacks on police stations, officers, and critical infrastructure. Inspector General Douglas Kanja says the incidents pose a direct threat to national security, even as overall crime dropped by 5% last year. Police say intelligence-led operations are underway to crack down on criminal networks, political violence, and organized gangs. They are also warning leaders accused of sponsoring unrest to desist or face action.
The alarming surge in political violence and thuggery, instigated by leaders across the political divide, through use of goons and criminal gangs, constitutes a direct threat to national security and will not be tolerated. We warn all persons involved to cease and desist immediately from such criminality. Failure to do so will result in the application of the full force of the law. No effort will be spared to hold perpetrators and their enablers accountable, regardless of their status or position in the society.
And the National Assembly Speaker Moses Wetangula has warned governors that they risk criminal sanctions if they continue snubbing appearances before parliamentary committees. Speaking during a youth empowerment program in Mabera, Kuria West constituency, Migori County, Wetangula said Parliament will not relent in its constitutional mandate to scrutinize public spending. He added that the growing trend of county bosses failing to appear before the Senate to respond to Auditor General's report sets a dangerous precedent. The Speaker warned that any government who defies summons risks legal consequences, signaling a tougher stance on accountability.
Governor na governor wote, sisi kama bunge, we shall not compromise on oversight. We will not compromise on oversight. For whom much is given, much more is expected. Huwezi kuchukua mabilioni ya ushuru ya wananchi Na ukiulizwa hii pesa imefanya kazi gani, unaanza kupiga kelele na kusema siwezi kuja kujibu maswali. Lazima wote wakuje bunge. Na Senior Counsel Otienda Molo, you are the leader of my legal team. You must now establish criminal sanctions for those who avoid responsibility and accountability. Kwa sababu hii pesa sio governor, ni ya nyinyi wote. Na tunataka pesa ikipewa governor, he's only but a public trustee and a custodian of public good. Akiteleza lazima ajibu maswali.
And tonight, ODM leader Oburu Odinga is set to hold talks with President William Ruto in a bid to defuse rising tensions over zoning arrangements in the broad-based government. The development follows a heated meeting of ODM's Central Management Committee, where party leaders accused UDA of reneging on an agreement on zoning of strongholds. The deal, they claim, was previously reached between President Ruto and the late ODM leader Raila Odinga. Apollo Kamau reports.
ODM party leader Oburu Oginga has moved in to avert a fallout in the broad-based government in the wake of the party's heated Central Committee meeting, where the party leadership accused UDA of reneging on its agreement to zone party strongholds, as agreed between the late party leader Raila Odinga and President William Ruto. According to party insiders, Oburu allayed fears, saying he will take up the matter with President Ruto. Oburu, who was in Kisumu on Friday, maintained the party's position on protecting its strongholds, while dismissing reports that the party has suspended coalition talks with UDA.
We have not started the negotiations as yet. And this thing called zoning is just one of the tools of achieving what we want. For instance, if you take Luo area of Nyanza, the majority of members of parliament are members of ODM. The majority of members of parliament in Kakamega are ODM. The majority of members of parliament in Busia are ODM. The majority of members of parliament in Kilifi are ODM.
A day after the Central Committee meeting, warning UDA to respect the party in the wake of UDA Secretary General Hassan Omar comments that UDA will field aspirants in ODM strongholds, ODM MPs pulled in different directions on how to handle the stormy zoning issue.
You heard Ruto yesterday akisema ya kwamba ile kelele iko kwa ODM atamaliza. Sasa I was wondering kama yeye ni mtu ya UDA atamalizaje zile matatizo yuko kwa ODM.
Nimeona chama yangu imeanza kwenda hivi, mimi naenda kupigia Ruto kura ya tuta. Siwezi hangaika. Let my party know. Tumesumbuka. Oburu alituambia tunataka power. Power tuwezi pata kwa barabara, tunapata power kwa serikali ndani. The place for those kind of talk is in negotiation. We must have, and I've always insisted, a structured negotiation. Come and say why zoning is bad. Come and say why it is good. Tutaelewana.
ODM, which has already splintered into two camps, Leader Mwananchi and Leader Ground, has gone back to the drawing board, with the Oburu camp saying its decision on whether to back President Ruto's re-election in next year's poll will be determined by how the two sides handle the zoning issue and the party's demand for the Deputy President's slot. Apul Kamau, TV47.
Away from politics, let's move to this very disturbing developing story. New details are emerging in the murder of 29-year-old Anita Mugweru, allegedly killed by her husband, a KDF officer. Our Nakuru-based reporter Mike Kialo spoke exclusively to a house help who witnessed events and recounted the final moments before the tragedy. Let's take a look.
Following Tuesday night's killing in this home at Nakuru's Area 58, more details continue to emerge. Our exclusive interview with Winnie Meumbe, Anita Zauselp, who has been working here for the past 5 months, has revealed several key issues, including loan debts reportedly owed by Captain Edwin Kaunga Muthomi, his previous marriage, and his car dealership business. Winnie recounts all these details, including the final moments leading to Anita's death.
Nikiwa huku kitchen, nilikuwa nimeosha tu viazi, sasa na nimetengeneza kitunguu, nataka kuwakisha gas. Edwa akakuja akasimama hapa, kaangalia huko nje kidogo, nikamwangalia anageuka na kisu hivi. Sasa nikaitana Anita, alikuwa ameshamfikia. Anita akapiga nduru, hata mimi nikapiga nduru, nikafuruta Edo akaanguka. Anita akapata nafasi, alimwachilia hiyo kisu ndani. Akashikilia hiyo kisu mwenyewe, akaenda akatoa, akakimbia na mtoto hapo nje. Akaanguka hapo kwa gate. Mtoto akaita neighbor. Neighbor wa kwanza ndiye alitusaidia. Akanifungulia gate. Akaita mtu wa boda. Akanisaidia, tukamweka kwa boda, tukampeleka Nairobi men. 15 minutes. Akatuambia amekufa. Chenye nilisikia kwanza wakianza kukeleshana, Edo alikuwa ameoa huko, ako na madeni, Anita ndiye analipa, ndiye anamsaidia. Hata nyumba Anita ndiye ana rent, ndiye analipa. Bado anamsumbua hivyo, Anita anamwacha, bado anamfuata.
And in Thika, in a rare scene, police officers in Thika swapped their routine duties for prayer, joining residents and religious leaders in a peace crusade. As political temperatures rise ahead of the next election, the week-long initiative seeks to promote unity and calm. TV47's Sydney Chazima reports.
In what many are calling a moment of grace in uniform, police officers in Thika did something few expected. They laid down their arms and picked up hymn books and Bibles. At the heart of the initiative was Kenya Forest Services Commander Bishop Amos Oledapas, who made it clear this wasn't just symbolic, it was necessary.
Kazi yetu siku ya leo, tumeweka silaha chini. We have grounded our arms, seeking divine help and intervention from God.
Trading their usual tools of enforcement for songs of hope, officers joined hundreds of residents and religious leaders in a week-long prayer crusade themed Let's Pray for Peace in Our Country.
Kileta neno la Mungu kwa sababu ya inji yetu, na vilevile maombi kwa sababu ya inji yetu, haswa wakati kama huu ambayo inji yetu inahitaji maombi sana.
And this wasn't your quiet sit and reflect gathering. This was a full-on celebration. Gospel music filled the air, feet moved in joyful rhythm, and uniforms blended seamlessly with civilian clothes in a powerful display of unity. Some in the crowd were so moved that they stepped forward, choosing that very moment to dedicate their lives to Christ.
Na kwa wananchi ambao mnatutazama, tafadhali mjue ya kwamba Mungu amebadilisha askari, na kama Mungu anabadilisha askari, hata wewe ukiwa mahali ulipo, Mungu anakubadilisha.
With the electioneering season often comes heightened tension, and according to Bishop Oledapas, both the nation and those who want to protect it need more than strategy. They need spiritual grounding.
Kwa hivyo usalama na amani ya kwanza inapatikana kwa mtu binafsi akielekea na kutafuta uso wa Mungu.
He pointed out that officers themselves are not immune to struggles, citing mental health challenges, drug abuse, and alcoholism within their force. And if anyone thought that this was just a seasonal spiritual boost tied to politics, community leader Moses Mugwa had a gentle but firm reminder.
Wakati ambao nchi yetu inahitaji maombi, sio tu kwa sababu ya uchaguzi wa 2027, lakini nchi inasukumwa na maombi. Hata baada ya 2027 kuendelea mbele, nchi hii inahitaji maombi.
Kwa hapa kueleza ya kwamba kuna maisha ambayo tuko nayo ama kuna maisha ambayo tutakuwa nayo hata baada ya shughuli zote ambazo zinafanyika hapa.
As the country edges closer to another high-stakes political season, scenes like this offer a refreshing counter-narrative. Because in Thika this week, the most powerful show of force wasn't force at all. It was faith. And perhaps, just perhaps, it's a reminder that sometimes the strongest weapon a nation can wield is unity. Sydney Chazima for TV47.
Thank you, Sydney, for that report. And now to some good news for the creative sector. President William Ruto has pledged increased support for the creative industry, terming it a key driver of the digital economy. He spoke at State House, Nairobi, during the closing ceremony of the 64th National Drama and Film Festival. The event also highlighted the role of the competency-based education system in nurturing creative talent.
The rhythm of drums and traditional folk songs echoed through State House, Nairobi today, as hundreds of students celebrated the climax of a 12-day journey that began in Nyeri County. After the opening celebrations, performances filled with powerful messages took center stage, with students showcasing their talents through songs, choral verses, and musical plays.
Stop, Pain! It is not funny! Hiki ni kichungi na nimeacha hapo. Ndio hili wanichungia maisha yangu.
The chair of the Kenya National Drama and Film Festival, Professor Christopher Odhiambo, emphasized that the CBE system has empowered students to think critically and develop practical skills that go beyond the classroom.
The festival remains a critical pillar in the implementation of the competency-based education framework. It provides a practical which learners develop core competencies such as creativity, communication, collaboration and critical thinking.
Education Cabinet Secretary Julius Migos Ogamba echoed these sentiments, stating that the arts and sports science pathway under CBE is a vital pillar that equips students with practical skills for the modern world.
That learning is not confined to textbooks and assessments, but extends to creativity, expression, innovation, and critical engagement with society.
As he took to the stage, President William Ruto commended the new generation for embracing artificial intelligence and innovation. He promised that the CBE system will be prioritized in the Ministry of Education's budget to ensure resources directly support these young creatives.
We must channel resources into drama and music festivals, and even into branding spaces within our school systems where young people learn, engage, and influence one another.
From the vibrant stages in Nyeri to the final honor here at State House, Nairobi, it is clear that the CBE framework is transforming classroom activities into career-ready skills. Michelle Mwangi, TV47, State House, Nairobi.
And still on matters creative industry, the government has unveiled a new digital platform aimed at transforming how students' creative works are shared and monetized. The initiative is expected to open up new opportunities in the creative economy. The platform, dubbed Soma Play, will enable schools to upload, distribute and monetize students' creative performances. Integrated into the eCitizen platform, Soma Play seeks to turn school drama and theatre into income-generating content while promoting talent development. The government says the initiative will empower young creatives and strengthen Kenya's digital content industry.
Platform that will capture
distribute and monetize the creative content we have seen right here on stage from the schools. It is now live on the eCitizen platform, one for accessibility, nationwide reach, and creativity. Summer Play will ensure that the content and talent we have seen from the students here, Your Excellency, sir, is preserved, rewarded, and monetized to build the economy of the schools. The money we generate, the revenue generated from this content, Your Excellency, sir, will be channeled to the Ministry of Education through KICD. Then it will go back to the schools to help support the students who have this talent, sir.
Just have this summer play launched. And Your Excellency, what we require for you to do is just press enter.
And moving on, Deputy President Kithure Kindiki has dismissed the opposition, saying it lacks a clear agenda for Kenyans. Speaking in Emining, Mogotio constituency, Baringo County, Kindiki said the government is focused on implementing development projects and not early campaign politics. He added that President William Ruto remains on course to deliver on his promises, with campaigns to come at the appropriate time.
For stabilizing this area, for providing leadership, to provide security, and for giving us direction as a country. Watu wengine mlipewa viti kubwa mkaharibu. Badala ya kutumia ile kiti kusaidia wananchi na kunufaisha Wakenya, wakaharibu. Sasa wanapiga kelele wakiwa msituni huko. So tunataka usitudistract, tuko busy. We are very busy. Tunataka tuandike men at work. Siku ya siasa inakuja next year. Tukutane hapo mbele, my friend. Kila mtu akuje na rekodi yake. Akifika hapa MNA, aseme siku ile alikuwa na kiti kubwa kama hii ya fireman. Aliletea watu ya Mogotio nini? Alisaidia kuleta maendeleo gani hapa? Si mimi nitajitetea? Si wale wengine watajitetea? Niseme nisiseme? Niseme nisiseme? Ni fire si fire? Hao watu wadogo wametukuta kwa siasa, wametuacha kwa siasa. Halafu wanaturingia hapa, mtu anazunguka tu mahali moja hapo anapiga kelele sijui nini. Mambo ya siasa sisi ndio mafundi. Next year kila mtu atoke na rekodi yake. Hakuna shortcuts. There is no shortcut, my friend, in leadership. Lazima ueleze umefanya nini.
We're going for a short break right now, but before that, she has spent 18 years on the front lines of one of Kenya's most conflict-prone regions. In the vast landscapes of Laikipia's Doldol, Winfred Gasheri stands as the only female officer stationed in the Mugongondo forest, serving in the administrative police. Samira Mohammed with her story later on in this broadcast.
Laikipia County.
This Friday with Betty, brought to you by ICEA Lion.
I'm a mother of 4 girls. We have a group MMF. Down to my last one. She's still at the university, but she's saving 1,000 shillings every month.
How did you get here? Wow.
She's the one I was talking about.
My mom has been helping me, like, save my money. And, Mom, thanks. Okay, you're crying.
I feel like I've achieved as a mother because I know that they appreciate what I'm doing for them.
Azam TV, your favorite pay TV, just got even better. Effective 1st March 2026, we have added 5 amazing new TV channels to keep you entertained day and night. AMC Movies and Nolly Africa for the best of Nollywood movies and series. Music Box Hits and Music Box Dance for non-stop music hits and dance. And Manchester United TV for football fans. More movies, more music, more sports, all in one place.
What do you think of the setup?
Marvelous.
Yeah?
Scary.
Elisha Sinwan. My name's Elisha Onyango. I'm an insurance liaison person for various companies that have insured with ICA Lion. I've been with ICA Lion as an individual for over 25 years. Many times I've gotten preparation treatment from them.
Can you give us an example?
Yes. So, an example is when we had COVID and everybody was financially down and we are almost closing, everybody was closing. So when we approached them, they said, no, you've been our partner for a long time to allow you to suffer, not to be on cover. So what did they do? They allowed us to continue the covers and pay later. They feel us, we feel them. Normally at my workplace, they would tell me that, do you work for ICA Lion or you work for us? Because of that kind of relationship we have had with them. To me, ICA Lion means peace, honesty, and transparency.
You're probably wondering how I got here. This was me. Nimeboeka. Then nika buy B lifetime bundle. My 1 hour kuwa online bila wasi. And my time turned from just kawa ikakuwa lit. Nika go live nili nice na TikTok, IG, Snap na nika hang na Memorial. Manzo ukiwa na B live, time is on your side. Hadi beats in a slap be different. Nikaanza kuzitoka, nika trend online, kushuka matu hivi. Mafans wakatokea, tukajiaji. Buy the new B lifetime bundle. Dial *544#.
Revisha ushinde. Open and save in your KCB Gold Savings account and win. Revisha ushinde. KCB, for people, for better. This Friday with Betty, brought to you by ICEA Lion.
I'm a mother of 4 girls. We have a group MMF. Down to my last one. She's still at the university, but she's saving 1,000 shillings every month.
How did you get here?
She's the one I was talking about.
My mom has been helping me, like, save my money. And, Mom, thanks. Okay, you're crying.
I feel like I've achieved as a mother because I know that they appreciate what I'm doing for them.
Welcome back and thank you so much for staying with us. Now let's talk business. Kenya's financial sector continues to dominate the country's most valuable brands, according to the latest brand finance rankings. Banks account for more than half of the top brand value, with Equity Bank leading, followed by KCB Group. Analysts say this reflects growing reliance on digital banking, mobile money, and credit services. The rise of M-Pesa and insurance firms also signals a shift toward a cashless, financially secure economy. Kenyan businesses expect economic activity to improve in the coming months, driven by lower borrowing costs and stronger agricultural output, according to the Central Bank's March 2026 Market Perception Survey. However, firms have revised their growth outlook downwards amid global uncertainties, particularly rising fuel prices linked to Middle East tensions. While inflation is expected to remain stable, concerns over the high cost of living and tax burden persists. Still, most companies remain cautiously optimistic about the hiring and expansion. And Cooperative Bank of Kenya is stepping up its focus on high net worth clients with the launch of the Captain's Club Networking Gala. The initiative brings together over 100 affluent clients as the lender moves to strengthen relationship-driven banking. Through its Executive Plus offering, the bank is providing tailored wealth advisory, investment support, and integrated financial solutions aimed at long-term growth.
In the Captain's Club, which is executive banking, is to access the full array of the core bank products. And again, this is truly a bank. I'll give you the journey of why we keep on saying we are you. That's a bank as you know it, third largest bank in the region. We are now heading north of 862 billion in assets. And core bank, as you can see there, is also a listed bank in the stock market. And under the bank, we have quite a number of companies, which I'll be describing them as we move on. But top of the list there is the Cooperative Bank of Kenya, which owns most of these subsidiaries. One of them is Corp Trust Investment Services, which is there. There's another one, which is a Corp Consultants and Bank Assurance. We also have what we call the Kingdom Securities. Kingdom Securities is a stockbroker, which deals in trading of shares, bonds, the stock market. Is one of the 18 stockbrokers in the market. We have the newest kid on the block, which is what was formerly Jamii Bora, which is now Kingdom Bank. And the baby is already moving. It's a fully fledged bank.
And that wraps up our business news. And now we move to our very special feature. For 18 years, Winfred Gasheri has served on the front lines of resource-based conflict-prone Laikipia County, a career that highlights the resilience and strength women bring to the security sector. Samira Mohammed spent a day with her in Doldol, Laikipia County, as she opens up about her journey and life in the police service.
I am Winfred Gacheri Kinoti. I've served in administration police service for 18 years, and this is my story. Tunaamka vile mapema, natayarisha mtoto nampeleka shuleni, halafu tunaandamana na wenzangu kwa kufanya patrol. Kuna women arrest, mimi ndio nafanya women arrest na women search. Sababu ukiwa askari unafaa, ukiwa mwanamke, hizo ndizo duties zako za kufanya searches, arrest wanawake, watoto na kusaidia watoto pia. Yeah, so see it ni typical day moja inakuwa several. Yeah. My typical operation day vile uinaanza ni kwamba kama ni kitu kama emergency, niko na msichana wa kazi, naita rafiki yangu kunikaa na yule mtoto, na wakati wa jioni namwambia anichukulie mtoto shuleni. Ninakuwa safe kwa akili ya kwamba sitajipea stress nikiwa kazini ama nikiwa msituni ama nikiwa katika operation duties, na kuwa na stressed out sababu ya mtoto. Sababu ukiwa askari na uko mama, so uko double minded, una stress za mtoto na kazi. So pale unakuwa umejipanga mtoto ndio usikuwe na stress ukiwa kazini. Yeah. Wakati unatoka kwenda katika operation, you expect anything, so your mind, you have prepared your mind well, ya kwamba in any situation I'll know how to handle the situation. So ni kitu ambaye ukifika pale upatane na kitu ni kwamba ulikuwa umeifikiria, na si kwamba in our daily life tunapitia stress na tunapitia challenges. Na after the tension situation, kuna kitu inaitwa counseling. Unaenda unafanya counseling, hata unaweza jifanyia wewe mwenyewe counseling by talking the situation yourself to others, sababu ukiongea the more relief tunakuwa.
Today, we accompany Corporal Gasheri as she heads out to a patrol in the dense Mukogodo forest alongside fellow officers. She says these patrols often bring her face to face with bandits, testing her courage and resolve.
Nishaipatana na situation ambaye tume-encounter tumekuwa na encounter na bandits. Ukiangalia wanaingia katika huu msitu ambayo ni Mkogondo Forest. Tuko katika hii msitu na iko so deep, ukiingia upande ya ndani it's so deep. Iko so thick, na unajua hii area pia iko na milima na mabonde. Wenye ambao ni bandits wanaelewa huu msitu sana, na sisi ambaye ni askari tunaujua. Au kuna tofauti ya kujua na kuelewa, so inakuwa challenge pia kwa mabarabara upande ya kuingia katika huu msitu, sababu tukifika mahali kama hapa hakuna mahali pengine pa kuingilia isipokuwa unatumia miguu. So ilikuwa wakati tulikuwa tunafuata mifugo zilikuwa zimeibiwa hii area ya Kurikuri, tukafuata, tukapigiwa simu, tukawa na NPRs, KPS na hata DCI na APS. Tukaingia katika huu msitu tukafuata, kulikuwa masaa za usiku, na kuna mahali walijua hao wako na pia informers, walijua kwamba wanafuatwa, so walitumikia ambush na tuliweza kuumiza askari, tuliweza kuumiziwa NPR wetu mmoja ambaye still bado hajarudi kazi, yako still ana recovering, ana recover.
As a female officer in a predominantly male environment, Winfrey has faced numerous challenges, including skepticism from her male counterparts.
Wanaogopa kwenda na wewe sana, kwanza wakati wa kutembea ama endurance, sababu wanaona ukiingia pale ulemewe, itakuwa mzigo, itakuwa burden kwao. So inakuwa challenge kubwa sana, na pia kuna vitu kama sexual harassment happen. Culturally tunatofautiana na kiculture. Kuna wenye hawapendi kuambiwa na mwanamke, wanaona mwanamke si kiumbe ambacho kinaweza kumwambia maneno ambayo anaweza fuatilia.
Despite these obstacles, she has earned respect through her professionalism and numerous successful rescue operations, often risking her own safety to protect others.
Hii kazi ya polisi, it's a calling. First of all, it's a calling from God, sababu kama huna huo mwito wa kufanya hiyo kazi, inakuwa ni kama kulazimishwa. Na hakuna kitu mbaya maishani kama kulazimishwa kitu ama kufanya jambo ndio upendeze mwingine, utakuwa mwenyewe pia unajikwaza. Jambo lingine ni kwamba ukiwa na ule wito ama wito ya kusaidia wenzako, tuseme wenye wana watoto, kusaidia watoto na kuokolea maisha, huo pia ni jambo lingine ambalo kama polisi unafaa kuwe nayo. Teamwork, mnafaa muwe na hiyo ushirikiano mwema na kupendana kwa kazi, sababu liwe liwalo, wewe ni dada yangu, wewe ni kaka yangu katika kazi. Sababu kama jambo likinifanyikia hapa sai, hawa wanaume ndio watanisaidia. Kitambo muite familia yangu, itakuwa too late. Wao ndio tunafaa tukae na ushirikiano mwema na kupendana na kufanya kazi kwa umoja.
Her dedication and bravery recently earned her a promotion bestowed by the Inspector General of Police Douglas Kanja and the Minister for Interior Kipchumba Murkomen.
Nikawa proposed ya kwamba
hiring special feature. Thank you so much, Samira, for that. We've got a bit of feedback from that amazing feature. Winfred Gashuru's story is very inspiring. The way she has broken barriers as a woman on the front line really shows strength and courage. Big respect. Also, somebody else says here, I like how TV47 highlighted her dedication. You can clearly see she loves what she does and gives it her all every day. Very motivational to watch. The feature also, someone says the feature was well put together. From the storytelling to the visuals, it kept me hooked, felt real and relatable. Thank you so much for your feedback. Maybe just to touch on a last one here, I'd love to see more features like this on TV47. We hear you. Showcasing strong women like Winfred helps change mindset and encourage others out there. Thank you so much for your feedback, and we have heard you, those who really want us to keep on having such amazing features right here on TV 47. Now we go sporty. Kenya's under-17 women's national team, the Junior Starlets, have intensified preparations ahead of their crucial second-round clash against Namibia tomorrow at Ulinzi Sports Complex in the 2026 World Cup qualifiers. The Kenya women's national under-17 football team head into the return leg with a slender advantage after securing a 2-1 victory over the Namibia women's national under-17 football team in the first leg played away in Namibia. The winner of the tie will advance to face either the Uganda women's national under-17 football team or the Zimbabwe women's national under-17 football team in the next round, bringing them one step closer to global qualification. Kenya is once again chasing a historic appearance at the FIFA Under-17 Women's World Cup, having made their debut in 2024. Remember, TV 47 will be airing Junior Starlets versus Namibia live at 3 p.m. tomorrow, East African time.
At least win ndio tukue better, tukue safe. Tulikuwa tunakaa in a meeting, tunaambiana, tunatiana kila mse moral to work hard at least to get hizo goals.
Opponents si wa rahisi pia, but pia sisi tulijiaminia tunaweza cause tulikuwa away, but hiyo win away ilitupea morali sana, na hii home will make Kenyans proud. Lazima to win tena.
Playing again at home, it's a big chance for us. We've learned how they are playing. Initially, we didn't know how they're playing. So right now, we have a better view of how they're playing, and we've adjusted to the right strategies to see whether we can get a win at home.
If you can't make it at Ulinzi, remember, we will be airing this match live here tomorrow at 3 p.m. Meanwhile, Kenya Premier League defending champions Kenya Police FC headline a thrilling round of fixtures in the SportPesa League as they prepare to face rivals AFC Leopards in a crucial match day 28 clash at Nyayo National Stadium. With the title race heating up, leaders Gor Mahia sit top of the table on 57 points after 27 matches, just ahead of Leopards. Elsewhere, Shabana FC will host Kakamega Homeboys, Mathare United take on Bidco United, Tusker FC face Sofapaka, while KFC FC will meet Ulinzi Stars in another round of high-stakes battles.
I expect a lot of surprise. They're going to fight and to be involved in duel, of course.
Ikiweza tunaweza shinda kila game. Hiyo ndio ina ambition yangu. Kwa hiyo cup bado Mungu akitujalia maybe tutashinda hiyo cup na tunaendelea hivyo mpaka season iishe.
And that is all we had for you. My name is Wakio Mzenge, holding brief for Betty Kialo, who, by the way, has been blessed with a bouncing, beautiful baby girl. Here at TV 47, we say a big congratulations to you, Betty. May your little bundle of joy grow healthy, happy, and full of endless smiles. From myself and from Rhoda, we want to wish you a very good night.
this Friday with Betty. Brought to you by ICEA Lion.
I'm a mother of 4 girls. We have a group MMF. Down to my last one. She's still at the university, but she's saving 1,000